Hi Niyaz. Hi Prashant. Able to hear me?
Hi Pratik. Hi Prashant.
Hi Niyaz.
Hi.
How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm doing good actually. Thank you. Okay, I think Prashant is on mute actually. Okay,
Yes,
fine.
yes, yeah.
Okay, so Niyaz, we'll start with the interview. So let me clarify. Like this is a position for PostgreSQL DBA position. Okay, we are looking for resources who are experienced at Postgres on-prem as well as on cloud
Okay.
with some scripting knowledge and also some exposure on DevOps.
Okay.
Okay, DevOps too. Yeah, you can start with a short introduction about yourself and later come to like what all daily activities you do.
Okay. So my name is Riyaz Alam. I have completed my MCA in 2009. After that, I started my career as an Oracle DBA, and I joined Sears Holding India in 2011. I worked there till 2016, and then I joined HSBC as an Oracle and Postgres DBA, and till now I'm working with HSBC only. So I have around 10 years of experience, mostly in Oracle, and later on in my career I worked in Postgres. So I'm AWS certified, but I did not get enough exposure to work in my current organization in AWS. And also I started my career as a PHP developer, so I have good hands-on development also. Okay. And as far as my daily activity is concerned, it is totally based on the tickets. Whatever ticket we get, we have to work on those tickets. These tickets basically consist of the core database administration tasks like the user management, backup, recoveries, performance tuning, export, import, all these kind of activities that we perform on daily basis. So this is all about means myself and the daily activities which we perform.
Okay, so what are the versions did you work on Postgres till now?
It's 12 and 13.
Okay, and do you have any experience on minor and major version upgrades?
No, I do not have experience on upgrades.
Okay. And do you have experience on setting up streaming application?
Yes, yes. I have set up streaming replication, both synchronous and asynchronous replication. So I have experience on that.
Yeah, can you just give me the high level steps for the setting up streaming application?
So for setting up replication, if we are setting the replication, so first of all we have to have the database in archive log mode on. Okay. So for that there are a couple of commands that archive mode on archive commands. So we have to keep that command where our archive log file will go. Then after that we have no maximum wall sender, that parameter we enable maximum wall sender, that we keep minimum 3. So maximum means a wall sender. And apart from that, we create one physical replication. Okay, physical replication slot. And after that we create one user we create one replication user, and we add the entry into the pg underscore hba dot conf. And after that we take the backup either from the primary side, master side, or from the replication side, depends. Okay, so it will create the standby dot signal file. And after that we'll start the replication. And on the replication side, we have to set like synchronous underscore mode is equal to on if you are setting up the synchronous replication. And also we have to set the recovery underscore target underscore timeline to latest, so that it will keep syncing all the latest wall content. Yeah. So these are the high level steps, I guess.
Okay. And once the replication is done, right? So how to check if it is working fine or not?
So pg underscore replication underscore stats, there is one view. From there we can check that if it is showing streaming, that means it is replication is working. Or if there is any catching up or something, so there is any delay, then it shows that catching up.
Okay. And what all background processes you see on Postgres?
As far as background process is concerned, so there is DB writer, wall writer. Okay, and there is log writer, and there are dbms underscore aq, and there are vacuum launcher, and there are archiver. And yeah, there are archivers. Yeah, these are the background processes. I remember there is a vacuum cleaner. Yeah, uh, vacuum launcher. So these are the background processes.
Okay. Yeah, what are the maintenance activities on Postgres?
Maintenance activity, there are, so if we talk about the maintenance activity, then there is one is we done using the analyze, means if there is any table statistics is stale, so we use that analyze command, means to up to date the statistics of particular table. Okay, the second is uh, vacuuming. Okay, so we perform the vacuuming on, means as per requirement. And third is vacuum reindexing, means index rebuilding. Okay, so these three maintenance that we perform.
Okay, and what is the purpose of doing vacuum?
Vacuum means it to release the unoccupied space, or for either for reuse, yeah, basically for the reuse, to
Okay,
and to remove the fragmentation, we perform the vacuum.
okay. You know about auto vacuum, right? It's a background process, and we can like, yeah.
Yes,
What
yes.
all parameters are it's dependent on auto vacuum? Means
Yeah,
what all parameters triggers auto vacuum?
there is, first of all, there is one parameter, auto vacuum is equal to on and off. Okay, so there is a mandatory parameter, it is there in the postgresql.com. Apart from that, there are threshold, one is threshold parameter. Okay, means vacuum underscore threshold. So we have to specify how much threshold, means at what means threshold you should launch the vacuum process. Okay, so there are, means multiple parameter, I do not remember all, but means as I remember, there are some similar kind of parameter related to vacuuming. Okay, auto vacuum.
Okay,
So
okay.
all these parameters comes below that auto vacuum. Okay, so I just remember that threshold one and the auto vacuum one.
Mhm. Okay, and what are okay. What is the difference between vacuum and vacuum full?
Okay. So when we say the vacuum, okay, so it will mark the unused, whenever we perform any update or delete, so it will, means it will insert, it will update those data into the new data blocks. Okay, means instead of using the same data block. Okay, so there will be, means fragmentation on the data blocks, means on in the data file. Okay, so to remove that, if we perform the vacuum, okay, so it will mark those unused block so that it can be reused. Okay, means it will simply mark, and whenever we will perform any insert, any new insert, then it will reuse those, means vacuumed data blocks. Okay, it will reuse. Okay, but if you suppose, if you try to see the size of that particular table after the vacuuming, so the size will not get reduced, because it has just marked those data block for the reuse. Okay, and whenever you
Okay,
perform the next insert or next update anything, then it will reuse those vacuumed block. And if you talk about the vacuum full, so it will copy all the things into the new blocks. Okay, so for that there is some constraint, like we need a separate space, whole new space for the vacuum full, because it will copy all the content from one block and it will insert into the new block. Okay, so there is also, means need, we need downtime for the to perform the vacuum full. Okay, and
okay,
means whenever we will check, means if after vacuum full we check the size, so it will show the defragmented size, means the reduced size.
okay. So is auto this one vacuum full will require downtime because it will having a full table. Select queries won't work. Like, so apart means to avoid this situation, can we do this vacuum full? Is there any alternate way to do the same thing actually?
Means I did not get your question exactly.
Yeah, actually we do vacuum full for the purpose you told, right? For cleaning up the data tables and all those things, releasing the space to the file system, correct?
Mm-hmm.
And that too, it will cause a lock on the table. We won't be able to access the table during the time vacuum full runs,
Mm-hmm.
correct?
Mm-hmm.
So, is there any alternate way where we can access the table but vacuum full like operation is also we can achieve? Got my question now?
Yeah,
Like we don't want to lock the table. We don't want downtime.
Means just you want just to access for the read only.
Yeah,
Means
read only.
yeah,
Yes.
yeah, then we have option that freeze. Okay, so it will freeze that table for any new insert for any DML operation. Vacuum freeze.
Okay. Okay. What is transaction wraparound?
What is?
Transaction wraparound.
Okay, so in Postgres we have a limitation of 8 billion of records. Okay, when means whenever there is a transaction in Postgres, so Postgres assign a transaction ID to that particular transaction. Okay, so whenever the transaction reaches to 8 billion, okay, so it reassign the transaction IDs for the next transaction. Okay, so at that time the duplication of since the same transaction IDs happen, that is called the transaction ID wraparound failure. So to
And
avoid that,
how to?
to avoid that, we have to keep the means vacuuming on regular basis, and we have to keep the commit also very frequently.
Okay. And what all backup utilities are there on Postgres?
Uh, um, in Postgres, there are means multiple backup utilities. So first of all, I'll talk about the logical backups. So there are PG dump and PG dump all. There are two logical backups available in Postgres. So apart from, and also for physical backup, we have PG underscore base backup and also PG underscore backrest. So these kind of logical and physical backups available in the Postgres.
Okay. And what are the formats supported on PGDOM?
There are four formats. Okay, percent D is basically used for the directory. Means whenever we use the FT means file format D, so it will take the directory. One is tar format, one is normal file. Okay, and one is DT normal, and one is I just forgot the last one. Okay, actually there are four dump format.
Yeah, custom format, I guess.
Yeah, I just forgot the fourth one. Sorry about that. But I remember that there are four kind. T, D, and one normal means if you do not specify, then by default it will take the text format. T, D, Z. Sorry, I
Tar
for
file,
yeah tar
custom
file.
format, and directory format.
Yeah, sorry, compressed format. Yeah, compressed format. Okay, so F hyphen FC. Yeah, compressed format. We specify that.
Okay, okay. And suppose we took a backup of a table in a SQL format, in text format, okay.
Hmm.
And can we restore the backup using pg restore command?
No, we cannot take. We do not need PG and restore to restore that, because we can simply use the pSQL client and restore that, because this is the normal means we can restore that using the normal pSQL client.
Okay, okay, okay. And okay, what all types of indexes are there on Postgres?
Okay, in Postgres there are B-tree index, binary index, Unix index, uh, GIST index, SPGIST index, green index, BZ green index. So these kind of indexes I remember.
And which is the default index on Postgres?
B tree is the default index.
Okay, okay. And we don't want to implement too many indexes on a table, right? What are the disadvantages of adding too many indexes on a table?
Means it will create the performance issues, because it will unnecessarily go for the multiple indexes can if we create, and there will be means confusion, and so means definitely we should avoid the means multiple indexes on the same thing.
Okay, means it will impact the select queries or the DML
Yeah,
operations.
it will impact the select query,
Okay.
and there will be performance
Uh,
issue for the queries also.
Okay, okay. And suppose done query troubleshooting also, like suppose like
Yeah.
how do we check? Suppose a client comes to you like saying this query is taking longer time, like it was taking 20 minutes to execute yesterday, now it's taking 1 hour. How do you what what do you check?
Okay, so there are multiple ways to check that. Okay, so there is one view, PG underscore stat underscore view. From there we check the query, and there is also one parameter log underscore duration underscore mean underscore statement. Okay, so through that, if we specify that parameter in our PostgreSQL.conf, so it will, and if we specify the time limit, suppose if you want to trace out all the queries which is running more than 20 and 20 second. Okay, so if we specify log underscore mean underscore duration underscore statement is greater than 20, so all the queries which is taking longer time than the 20 seconds, so it will trace all those query into the log file. Okay, so we'll start the troubleshooting from there. Okay, so pg underscore statement, there is one view. From there we can also pg underscore stat underscore statement. From there we can also find the query related means information. Okay, so once we get the query information, so first of all I will check the logging stuff. If there is a, because most of the time application is designed in such a way that they create lot of lock in the database, and the application user is not aware that due to locking means their query is running slow. So first of all I will check the locking, and if there is no issue with locking, then I will check the means the statistics of that particular table, means pg underscore stat underscore statement or pg underscore tables. From there we can check means when the last time the statement the table was analyzed. So I will check what all tables is being used in that particular query. So I will try to check the means statistics of the tables and the all the indexes which is being used. So I will check the statistics of the tables and indexes. And the next thing I will check the fragmentation label, means what are the fragmentation label, what are the fragmentation percentage of the particular table which is being used in the query. So I will check these things, and after that I will check what is the column which is being used in the where clause. Okay, so I will check means if the indexes is being created or not on that particular column. Okay, so if there is any issue with indexing, then I will work on the indexing part. Then I will check the joining also, means whether means I will try to generate the explain plan for that particular query, and I will check which kind of joining it is using. Okay, so I'll work on the joining. And after that I will check the memory thing, means what are the memory that is being allocated to the particular Postgres database, particular Postgres cluster is sufficient or not, or is there any issue with the memory, what are the available memory in the database server. Okay, so I will work on the memory part. Okay, so means these kind of thing I will work, and I think means what are the, I will run the top command and I will check what are the means load on the, how much load on the database server, means which is causing which is taking the more resources on the server. Okay, so I will take it step by step. If issue is get resolved earlier, then definitely good, otherwise I'll have to dig it down. Yeah.
Okay, okay. And what is the difference between analyze and explain analyze?
Analyze means it will gather the statistics of that particular table, and if we use the explain analyze, then it will generate the explain plan for that particular table, and it will analyze, and it will also show, it will means explain analyze means it will not analyze, but it will show after analyzing what will be the impact of that, means how the optimizer will generate the, how the optimizer will choose the path.
Okay. And what do you check in the explain plan actually? What are the fields you normally check?
Means first of all sequential in, means how it is, how the query, how the optimizer is choosing the path to execute a query. Okay, so first of all I will check means whether it is going for full table scan, whether it is going for the uh, index scan. So I check those things, and after that I check the time, how much time it is taking, means if it is going for the full table scan or if it is going for the index scan, so how much time it is taking. And after that I check the joining part also, means whatever the joining is being used, means whether they have used the correct joining method or not. Yeah, so these things I check basically.
Okay, okay. And do you have experience on PG Badger?
PG?
PG Badger.
No, sorry, I do not have PG Bezier.
Okay. And okay. In PGHP dot not that one. Like, so in PostgreSQL.conf file, right? The configuration file, we have two types of parameters, static and dynamic, right? Dynamic doesn't need required DB restart. In static, we need to do DB restart. Suppose we want, suppose we modified a static parameter, we do need DB restart, right?
Yes.
Are you getting my point? Suppose we modified the port, it will require a DB restart.
Yes.
So how to identify like which all parameters are static and which all are dynamic?
Yeah, actually it is mentioned, means right to that particular it is mentioned, means whether do we
Yeah,
need
in
to.
the
Yeah.
SQL PostgreSQL.conf file, we can see it like in the right
Yeah.
hand side. Apart from that,
Yeah, means whenever you run that particular query, okay, so after that it also shows, means these are not dynamic parameter, you need to restart the cluster. So after
okay.
yeah, after
Is
executing
there
that query.
any catalog table you can refer from where you can see those things?
Yeah, means yeah, definitely means each is modifiable. Means I do not remember the table exactly, but I remember the column. Okay, so each the column name is each is modifiable. Okay, so if we run that.
It's modifiable. It's
PG,
oracle, right?
underscore setting, that is the view PG underscore setting and PG underscore file setting. Okay, there are two views available to check the configuration settings. Okay, and from there we can see which all parameters are dynamic changeable and which are not. Okay, and
Okay.
under that there is one column that is called each is modifiable. If it is mentioned as no, which means that we cannot modify this parameter at the runtime, and if it is mentioned as yes, which means we can modify that at the runtime from pg
Is
underscore.
modifiable? Is it not oracle concept?
Sorry.
Is modifiable? It's oracle, right? As we
Yeah,
are
it's
saying.
oracle in postgres also.
Okay. Okay. Got it. And do you have experience in point in time recovery?
Yes, I have experience.
So just tell me one thing, like in point time recovery, what types of backups will be useful? Like the logical backup we took using PG dump or PG based backup?
No, PG based backup definitely means logical backups are consistent at the time, at the point where when the backup was taken. After that it is not consistent because we cannot apply the archive walls. Okay, so means we cannot recover point in time, we cannot recover database point in time, we can only recover till the time we have taken the backup using the logical backup.
Okay, okay. And uh, yeah, how to find long running queries? Suppose we want to filter out the queries running for longer than 3 hours.
Yes. So I said earlier, means when I was trying to explain that. So there is one parameter log underscore duration underscore mean underscore statement. Okay.
No, no,
The
no. Apart from that, like the current long running queries of the database.
current long running. So PG underscore stat underscore statement. There is one view. From there we can find out.
Yeah, it's PG stat activity actually.
Yeah, PG stat activity and PG underscore stat underscore statement also. From there we can find out
Okay,
all the means queries. PG
okay,
stat
okay,
activity and PG stat statement both.
okay, okay. And what is acid properties?
Okay, so ACD stands for atomicity, concurrency, isolation, and durability. So the main concept of the acid property is the writer never wait for the reader, and the reader never wait for the writer. Okay, so when we say the atomicity, okay, so atomicity means all the things. Mm, on, uh, how to explain you that atomicity, concurrency, isolation, and durability. Okay, concurrency means multiple transaction can work at the similar time. Okay, means at the same time the update statement can happen and the reader can also use the select statement. Okay, means concurrency. Okay, so because whenever any DML operation will be performed, so it will log the particular row in the exclusive mode, so no other row can update that, no other session can update that. And if any other session try to select that, means if any other session try to select that, then he can select that. Okay, so that is due to the concurrency. And isolation means the same concept, but means they all it happens in the isolation, means they are not aware, user is not aware that what is happening in the database. So all these happens on the
Okay, okay, that
isolation.
is fine. Yeah, that is fine. What are the isolation levels supported on Postgres?
Isolation label.
Yeah, isolation level supported on Postgres.
Sorry, I don't know this, Pratik.
Okay, okay. So, okay, in terms of durability, right? So, durability is something like if the database crash happens, the transaction should be safe, right? That is the purpose of
Durability.
durability part.
Yes.
So, how it is achieved on Postgres?
And there is one wall underscore label. Okay, wall underscore label is set well, if there are a couple of values like minimal, replica, and logical. So these are the label that we set, and through that we achieve that wall underscore label parameter.
Okay, okay. And fine. So, as I was thinking, yeah, in Oracle we have undo table space, right? Where the old image of a data is stored. Undo
Hmm.
table space in Oracle. You worked on Oracle also, right? You have
Yes, yes,
tried to best.
I have 10 years of experience in Oracle, man.
Yes. So, like how it is achieved on Postgres? Like we don't have undo table.
Yeah, so in that is achieved through the data file only in Postgres. Okay, means whenever we create any table in the Postgres, so it creates a separate data file for all the tables. Okay, depending on the size. Okay, so whatever pre-image data is written for that particular table will be saved in the data file only. Okay, so it is achieved through the data file only. There is no concept of undo table space in the Postgres. So as you mentioned, so it is achieved through the data file only.
Okay, okay. And what is visibility map on Postgres?
Visibility map means whenever you take the incremental backup. Okay, so all the changes, all the changes are all the changes are
Do we have
recorded.
incremental backup on Postgres?
Sorry.
Do we have incremental backup on Postgres?
Yes, PG backrest. We can take incremental backup through PG
Okay.
backrest. Yeah, from PG underscore base backup we cannot take the incremental backup, but through the
Yes.
utility PG underscore backrest we can take the incremental both differential and cumulative.
Okay, okay. Yeah, you can continue
Yeah,
actually. Sorry to
so
interrupt.
yeah, visibility map is basically used to track the blocks which is changed. Okay, so that when we perform the vacuuming, okay, vacuuming, so means it will keep track of which all blocks got changed. Okay, so to keep track of the changed block, there is visibility map available.
Mm-hmm.
So
And
the
what is free space map?
what is
Free space map?
the same means what are the free space available so that the data can be inserted on that particular block. So all these kind of information is available in the free space map.
Okay, okay. And last question actually. So, not last question. Actually, we have a checkpoint timeout in PostgreSQL.com, right?
Sorry,
That is default design.
checkpoint.
We have checkpoint timeout parameter in timeout
Yes.
parameter in PostgreSQL.com, right? That is default previous 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So apart from that, what other factors also trigger check?
Yeah, whenever we perform the log switch, whenever we perform the wall switch, at that time the checkpoint occurs.
Apart from that,
Means the default is 5 seconds as you mentioned, right? So after that there is only wall switch. I remember that. Means there might be, but I don't know.
okay, okay, fine. And how comfortable are you with scripting? Any of the scripting languages?
In my early days, means as I mentioned earlier, I started my career as an Oracle DBA. Sorry, as a PHP developer. So I'm good in development, and means in my early days, I used to write the scripts in shell scripts. Okay, but later on, I did not get any means exposure as such. So I'm good means I can see the script and I can modify. But if you provide any script, definitely I can try and I can write that because I have development background. Yeah, and I have
Yes,
written
you
the
will be
shell
able to
script. Yeah.
handle. Yeah, you will be able to handle, right?
Yes,
Yes.
definitely. Yeah.
And you told you don't have any AWS knowledge. Like you are told you have a AWS certificate, right?
Yeah.
Have you worked on AWS RTS or not?
No, actually, I have completed my AWS training in 2019 only, and also AWS certification. But in my current organization, I did not get any exposure in any project to work on the AWS or cloud. Okay, so sorry, but means it is just a matter of time, and I can pick up all these things. Means yeah, definitely 10-15 days I can remember and I can refresh myself on the cloud. So it is just a matter of time. Yeah, and I can work on that.
Yeah, okay, no problem. And do you have any experience on any of the DevOps tools? Git, Jenkins.
No, sorry. Means I do not have DevOps tool.
Okay, okay. Since you worked on both Oracle and Postgres, do you have the Oracle to Postgres migration
Yes, yes,
experience?
I have performed. I have used the Aura to PG tool, and also actually in HSBC there are multiple critical applications run on the database. Okay, so we have got the EDB support also, enterprise database. So for our mission critical database also we have we have used the migration toolkit of the EDB. So I have migrated the database
Okay, you
on.
have experience, right? On Oracle to Postgres migration.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
Aura to PG I have worked on.
Okay, okay. Okay, Riaz, that's all from my end actually. Do you have any questions for me?
So just want to know which kind of project you are working on.
It's not like any other companies. Like in other companies, what happens is you will assign to a single project and you will be handling their databases only, right?
Okay.
Here, the clients are many actually. You need to handle two or three clients at a time.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
you will getting a request from the service now ticketing tool actually.
Yes, yes.
They will ask us
In
that
HSBC, in HSBC we have service now only.
yes. So you will be getting requests from there. You have to work on those. You need
Okay.
to attend client meetings, give presentations about. You need to represent data well, like as for our database team, you need to represent yourself as the handler for that this thing actually client.
As an
So
individual contributor, you mean to say, right?
yes, both actually yes.
Okay, okay,
So the
okay,
role will be exciting because we have our databases mostly on AWS
okay, okay,
because
definitely.
yes, mostly on AWS, few on Azure, and very few on on-premises actually.
Okay, okay,
So
okay.
there is a lot of learning scope.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
definitely. I'm looking forward, Pratik.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, that's all. Yes. Do you have any other questions?
No, Pratik. Thank you so much for all the insights. Okay.
Yes, yes. Thank you, Riaz. It was very nice talking to you.
Okay. Thank you
Yeah,
so much, Pratik. Bye bye.
the HR will get back to you. Bye bye.
Okay. Bye
Thank
bye.
you.